Hello Grace Church Sunday School. I've become a cat today, as you can see. I want to tell you about when I was in school. I played on the rugby team, and we played against teams from other schools, and whenever we got out of the minibus and saw the rival team on the pitch, they always looked massive. They looked like full-grown men. I remember thinking they must have put something in the water for them to get so big. Well, there's something a bit like that in our Bible story today. When the people of Israel reached the edge of the promised land, they sent 12 spies into the land to find out what kind of food does the land produce, how strong are the cities, how strong are the people who live there. The spies spent 40 days snooping around. When they came back to report to the rest of the Israelites, they were like, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" The good news is that the land is brilliant, far better than we imagined. They showed off the one bunch of grapes that took 2 men to carry, it was so big, as well as the other fruit, figs and pomegranates. It was beautiful and would be an amazing home for them. But 10 of the spies went on to say that the cities were strong, really strong, and those who lived there were massive. They looked like giants, and the Israelites looked like tiny bugs in comparison, which would be easily squashed. They said it would be impossible. There's no way they could go and claim this land for themselves. They would be silly to even try. It was a bit like me seeing the other school's rugby team, but far, far worse. However, 2 of the spies, Joshua and Caleb, viewed things very differently. Yes, the land was amazing. Yes, the cities were very strong. Yes, the people in the land looked like giants. But they had Jesus with them, and that proved to make all the difference. Because the Lord had already done the impossible. He had saved the Israelites by overpowering the strongest nation on earth, Egypt. The Lord had made a dry path for his people through the Red Sea. He had fed them, raining down bread from heaven and given them water to drink from a rock. The Lord showed them his power at Mount Sinai. The Lord had already enabled them to defeat 3 other nations. Nothing is too hard for the Lord. So 10 spies said, "We can't do it because the people are too strong for us." But the other 2 spies said, "It's not down to us, it's up to God, and he can do anything." What would you do hearing this news? Would you believe? The Israelites believed the 10 spies who said it was impossible. Even though the Lord promised them this land and proved he could give it to them, they did not trust the Lord. Because of that, the Lord decided that all the Israelites who didn't believe wouldn't get to live in the promised land, but instead wander in the wilderness for 40 years. 1 year for every day the spies were in the land. What is God telling us in this story? Well, God has promised us an amazing home with him, somewhere far, far better than the land of Canaan. It's this perfect place. It's God's eternal kingdom where Jesus reigns, where there's no more suffering, no more pain, no more sadness or tears, no more death, only goodness. But to get there, our sin needs to get away from us. We need to be free from it. We can't do it by ourselves, but Jesus has come to help us. Jesus died on the cross. You see, the Christian life is not down to us. It's all up to God. The question is, will we trust him?